Hello folks and welcome back to Shogun Total War, where I'm playing as Clan Oda. And in the last episode I was able to take the province of Issa off of the rebel warrior monks that were stationed here. Ended up being a much easier battle than anticipated, but that was me getting lucky. I had the warrior monks cornered in one of the corners of the map, and they just simply didn't charge me, so they just stood there and got shot by arrows until they all died. Now, like I said, that was me getting lucky, and looking back on it, it's kind of a shame that... So I wanted to show you guys how I can win that battle just by using ashigaru and archers, which I did, but I did that in a situation where I wasn't being charged by warrior monks. I split them off from their supporting elements, their archers, and then I picked them off piece by piece, which worked, obviously, but I didn't get to show you how to win that if they had attacked me. So, in any case, I will get another chance to demonstrate how to win against a predominantly warrior monk army with a predominantly ashigaru army here in Yamashiro. Except in this case, I will have a couple other elements that are helping me out. For example, I do have this one unit of warrior monks that will be helping me out, and I'm also bringing a unit of Yari Samurai as well, so I will have that going for me. It's kind of a shame. It's sometimes what happens where the AI puts themselves in a position, or they end up in a position where they see a no-win scenario and they kind of freeze up. A lot of times this will happen when they're attacking and they're supposed to cross a bridge or attack up a mountain, and each time they try to flank me and I reposition, and they see that there is no way up where they can calculate a victory, they will kind of bug out or freeze out and not attack, essentially. That's why I play my battles with a battle timer on, because I don't want to be forced to surrender a battle that I have a superior position on when I'm a defender. Now, having a position like the last battle where I was the attacker and they just kind of didn't countercharge me when they should have, it's unfortunate, but I can kind of see where the AI was going with that. I can kind of see that it was a position, once they were in that corner, I already had them. And whether or not they would have made it to my lines through all of that arrow fire, it's undetermined. I don't know how much damage they would have done, but I do know that on average when I play that battle in Issa, I will lose somewhere from 120, 110 guys. I will lose in that battle. In the battle that I played in the last episode, I lost only 45. So that was, as I said, me getting lucky. But in any case, I will continue on with this, and I will be attacking Yamashiro in this episode, in this turn, in fact. And I'm going to bring in everyone that I can. I have a ashigaru unit here I can bring in. Or no? Where's he? He's not there. Where is that? Oh, here he is. Okay, I thought I lost him for some reason. There he is. And I will be bringing in this Yari Samurai as well. And I will also be bringing in my heir, because he isn't an archer unit. Now, here's where things get a little tricky. When heirs are fighting in the same army as the daimyo, there's no way to distinguish which archer unit is my heir's unit. Now, typically in this situation, it's less of an issue because my archers usually have taken damage from the previous battle, so I can tell which unit my heir is because he's the one that's healthy. He still has 60 men in his unit. In this case, it's a silly problem to have, but my archers took so few damage that I have 3 full health units here in this army, and the other one has 53 men left. So I'm not going to know which archer unit in this army is my heir's unit. I can tell here because he has the yellow Oda Mon on his unit card. But once we get into the battle, that's not going to be there, and I'm not going to know which one he is. So it's very important that I keep him alive here. And yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna have to throw him in there and hopefully he doesn't die. So that's that. I'm gonna send. I do have an extra warrior monk that I have. I'm gonna send him over to a warrior because now it's time for me to start. Or do I want him over here? So looking to my my borders, it looks like Imagawa has backed off a little bit. I know that they are attacking Echu, or they have taken Echu at this point, so they are stretched rather thin. They are at war with Clan Yusugi. This is Yusugi's territory that once Imagawa takes Shinano, this territory, Hida, becomes cut off from the rest of the clan because these are all rebel territories. In fact, this one right now is Imagawa territory. So Hida's going to be cut off. But the good news is that nothing over here seems to be really threatening to me. In fact, this army at Mino is stronger than this army here in Shinano, at least judging by numbers. I don't know what actually they have, but I got 2 archer units and one Yari samurai unit, so that's not bad. So it's a question of, do I really need this warrior monk out here as fast as possible? Or should I have him continue out this way to help me push against Mori? Because this is going to be happening pretty fast. Nothing too threatening here in Harima and Tajima. There is the daimyo, of course, but it looks like this is just the daimyo's unit, judging by how small this army is. Now, it looks like they do have maybe a unit or two, maybe even 3 units here in Awaji, commanded by a 3-star general. Kawachi is a river province, so they would be having to attack a river province. This is the one thing that makes me a little bit nervous, because they could, with me taking my air from Kawachi and attacking Yamashiro, I'm leaving Kawachi with just one Yari Ashigaru unit. I would have to retreat to the castle if they did attack Kawachi. In fact, what they could do is bring in the full unit, or full army here from Awaji, plus, say 1 unit here from Harima. But I don't know. I don't know if they would do that, because that would leave them open to a counterattack here in Harima, which I wouldn't do, but they might just want to, cover their bases here. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. That's why I have to finish up this really quickly, because this is going to happen fast, I think. This on against Mori. And what that leaves me with is this warrior monk unit. Do I want them over here? Which I think I do. I think I want them heading in this direction, because in the last episode I did get a spear dojo here in Mino. So what that means is I can start producing spear units in both of these provinces, just start pumping them out, and I think that's what I'm leaning towards. And because I'm pretty low on money right now, because I did train 2 warrior monk units, I'm just going to pump out ashigaru for 75 koku. That's not bad. And those ashigaru from Owari will have a better bonus. They'll get +1 to the honor bonus. And I may as well just keep producing ashigaru from Mino as well, just to get the numbers bumped up. Again, this is looking okay over here, but I really want to fortify this northern border. And I do want to take Echizen off of these rebels as soon as possible, but that's going to be just a little bit later. But Echizen is a very defensible province. A lot better than Wakasa. Wakasa is actually pretty easy to take. Echizen, though, is very mountainous. It's very fun to defend, actually. I would like to be able to show you a good defensive battle in Echizen. That'd be cool. But I'm guessing these are warrior monks as well. It's kind of a bummer. I did lose my emissary, my early game scout, to an Imagawa assassin last episode. I know that it was an Imagawa assassin because the Imagawa are the only clans that start with ninjas at the beginning of the campaign. So it had to have been him. But I'm not going to use that as a reason to start a war. That's, if they're going to kill my agents, that's something I can't deal with. So, in any case, let's see, I think... Alright, so I have my ashigaru being produced here and here, that's fine. Got my warrior monk moving in this direction. I'm attacking with everything that I have. Alright, let's end the turn. Alright, so we're looking at 627 of my guys versus 420 of theirs. And it looks like they just have a 1-star general, so not too bad. So let's get in here and see what we can do. And fine day, yes, I will definitely take the good weather. I'm going to need my arrows at full efficiency. Now, Yamashiro is an interesting province. It's very fun to play on. It took me a while to learn how to play on it, honestly. So right in the beginning here, right in front of the army is this little hill that splits off the vision from the rest of the map, which is kind of disorienting because it's hard to know which way to go at first. Now I've learned the hard way to not go left. A lot of times this is where the warrior monks are going to be, in these forests on the left, which, as you probably know by now, you need more space to shoot them. You shouldn't be fighting them within a forest here, forest here. That's not enough space. I would often get caught out here and think, oh yes, this is fine. I have plenty of room to shoot them with. But no. That's not going to be enough room. They will come on your forest very quickly if you meet them here, and they will overwhelm you, and it's very bad. So what I'll do instead is I'll come out this way. They tend to not start any units out in this forest, and I'll simply come around and try to find high ground up here and let them come towards me eventually. And that seems to be the way that I have found to play this map. So I'll just start getting my guys moving in that direction. And let's see if I can see anything. So yeah, we got some archers straight in the back here. And can't see any monks, but I'm guessing they're in that forest. Now I'm just continuing to move my guys around the edge of this map here. So far, so good. No movement from the enemy archers in the middle of the map. No sight of the warrior monks that are probably back here in this forest. And that's all good. That gives me room to edge my way along the side here until they engage me and hopefully get into a good position. Kind of depends on when they attack me, because sometimes I can get a good position in the back here. Sometimes though it's going to happen just right here, and I'm not going to get any chance to move further along the back. Either way works. It's just a matter of having enough room to get shots in. That's really it. That's all I need is room. Well, my guys are getting into place here. I can show you what I have in mind for my battle lines. Just kind of an upgraded version of what I did in Issa. So my front line is my archers, as I'm showing you my ghost units. Got my archers, and then on my right flank, warrior monks supported by ashigaru will be trying to come around this right flank here. In the center, this is going to be my weakest, where I just have ashigaru, and then my daimyo. And then my left flank, I have my Yari Samurai and Yari Ashigaru. So my right side is definitely going to be the strongest up here. Now when I'm trying to decide how far I want to push down this ridge, what I'm thinking is I do want to push a little further. If I can get my left flank at least on this hill here, then my entire army will have the high ground, which would be preferable for sure. So I'll keep leapfrogging them down a little bit and try to draw the enemy into attacking me. Alright, now still no aggressive action from the enemy, but the general unit of archers is moving off in that direction. So, I am in a position where I can single out these archer units, so I suppose I should just keep being aggressive and keep moving my guys around this ridge, and eventually I should get a response from those archer units down there in the valley. Alright, at this point I don't want to move around the ridge any longer, so I'm going to try to use my daimyo to bait these archer units into coming a little bit closer. I feel like they're just out of range. I feel like I just need to pull them a little bit closer towards me, and then we can get a skirmish engagement going on. Once there's a skirmish engagement, then I'd reckon the rest of the army will come in and try to attack me, but first things first, let's try to pull these guys apart. There, now we see a response from the far side. Warrior monks are pouring out of that forest now. Still no response from these archers as my daimyo gets closer and closer. Let's see if I click an attack order. Let's see if they do anything. Still nothing. Don't really want to put my daimyo in danger here just because to get caught by those warrior monks, that's going to be bad, but yeah, I'm just going to pull them out, actually. Makes me nervous. There. Come back here, daimyo. And yeah, so we killed 5 archers. And in any case, it looks like I will be getting a just one warrior monk coming at me at a time, which is good. That's what I want. If we can just take out this one warrior monk and then take out the rest as they come, that's going to be very helpful for me. Alright, they're playing very passively, so I'm going to just keep moving around this ridge and try to get an engagement. Alright, now my archer unit, or my archer group on this side, are in range of these warrior monks. Oh, and these archers. I didn't see those archers here. So yeah, that's good. I can start taking down these warrior monks, and once that group of warrior monks gets taken down, I can start working on these archers as well. Looks like we have some archers coming back out of this forest here in the back. And yeah, we're just mowing down these warrior monks. They're taking a lot of damage. Let's see, are these guys in range? No, they're not. Alright, now we are getting a charge uphill into my archers. Let's see if any of these warrior monks are going to make it. If they do, they're going to be faced off by a full health unit of my own warrior monks here, so... Actually, with that said, since I am worried about my heir staying alive, I want to make sure that none of these full strength unit of archers get in combat at all. So I'm just going to send my warrior monk right down into it, and I can have this archer unit start focusing on the enemy archer unit and them as well. And get a little bit closer here. Yeah, they should have no problem cleaning them up. Now I have to keep in mind that these units that are from Yamashiro, these rebel units, since Yamashiro does provide a +1 honor bonus to all units that are produced here, everything in this army is going to be better than mine. Their archers are going to be better than mine, their warrior monks are going to be better than mine. So on these one-on-one warrior monk engagements, where I might have my full strength unit against a full strength unit of theirs, it's going to be important that I have an advantage in some way. I have to flank them, because I can't count on this warrior monk winning that engagement one-on-one. Alright, now they have started to bring some more units from the back. Looks like another unit of warrior monks. And that general unit is still in the back. And this is making me think, see, now I'm in a position where... I have less than half of the time remaining. So now I gotta be a little bit more aggressive than I wanted to be. So at this point, I'm just gonna push... Okay, so I need to shoot. I need these archers to start shooting, and yeah. So it's real awkward in a position like this when they start to charge me when I'm repositioning everyone, because now if they get a charge in, they can do quite a bit of damage. So let's see, have them shoot down there, and what do I want to stop him with? I do have a unit of Yari Samurai that can do a good job. Are we cutting them down? Yeah, there's a lot. Cutting them down a lot. So let's get these Yari Ashigaru to come around to flank here. And I'll have my Ashigaru and my Yari Samurai attack through there. Alright, that's good. And then, yeah. Now we can just have Ashigaru attack in the back. Yari Samurai retreat a little bit. Yeah, I just want to keep my Yari Samurai out of there. Don't want my heir to die. Just because I don't know what unit he's in. And now we do have the general unit of archers coming forward. Looks like the archers are still in the back, so... Yeah, that's tricky, but he is completely undefended here, and what I'm thinking is just attacking him with my daimyo. Send the horse out to get him. And at this point, gotta get my armies grouped up and ready to go. So yeah, I need to catch this daimyo or catch this general while he's out unsupported. And if he's going to run away from me again, that's going to be unfortunate. Oh man, that's going to be yeah, let's hope that we can finish this army up before time runs out. I don't usually have to face them when they're being this passive. This is really really nerve-wracking for me. So we have some more warrior monks coming out. Do have a decent chunk of time left, but it's getting down to it, so have to push the pace a little bit here. But at the same time, I can't really be the head-on attacker because I believe that they still have 2 full units of warrior monks, so they still have more warrior monks than I have. So taking full advantage of my archers is still very important, and keeping my air alive is still very important as well. Alright, looks like we're getting some shots in on the enemy general, doing some good damage there, and now we have a warrior monk unit that's going to be taking a route through the forest, it looks like. So he's not going to be taking as many casualties from arrows as I'd like. And now I feel like sending my daimyo out to try to corner this general. I would like to pressure him into running away. That'd be nice. And getting some good damage here. Yeah, he's down to half health, so my unit of warrior monks should have no problem beating him. And yeah, I can send him in there and then back up these archers. And how are we doing on this archer unit? Yeah, he's almost dead. So I'm going to send in my general, and I will be sending in these units as well just to help out here. And at this point, it's time to keep... Let's see, how is he doing? He's... Come on, go faster. Alright, so we have some more archers coming from the rear. How are we doing here? Warrior monks have the ashigaru come help out there. And let's see, now it's time for... I think I just have to keep moving around the edge here. There. Have ashigaru in the forest. And that's everyone, right? Yeah. Okay, so how are we doing here? Daimyo's chasing down the general. General's fleeing. That's good. I want these units to keep moving up, and I want my left flank also moving up. Looks like... What do we got here? So archers in the forest. And then got more archers fighting me here. Enemy general's dead, so morale should be reduced. And that's what I really want to get. If I can just get a full morale break on this army, that would be really good, because then I wouldn't really have to run down the rest of them. How are we doing here? Just 2 samurai archers. That's fine. I can have ashigaru chase them off. And yeah, it looks like these guys are running away as well, so that's all good. So now we just have a few more units in the forest here, and it looks like they just are archers. Maybe I know there has to be another unit of warrior monks. There has to be. I think I've only killed 3, right? I think there's 4 total here. And if I could just kill the rest of these archers, that'd be really good, because I don't want to have to attack them in the castle for next turn. And yeah, let's get these warrior monks moving in that direction as well. And yeah, if we can just cut down the rest of these archers, that'd be good. Alright, what do we got here? So, samurai archers, okay. So just take a defensive stance here with this flank. Now that I am closing in on these units in the forest, I'm going to start sending my melee troops in first. Archers, I've mostly done alright here. My air should be fine. This unit got a little banged up here, but oftentimes the airs will kind of die last in the unit if they are being attacked. So yeah, he shouldn't have died yet. Fingers crossed though on that one. And yeah, at this point, it's just time to keep pushing into this forest. Gotta try to finish this battle up as soon as possible. I'm still expecting a warrior monk unit to pop out of somewhere and get me. Let's see what we got here. So, yep, archers running away here. Archers running away here. That all works. Cut them down and cut them down. And yeah, then we'll see if there's any more monk units. Let's send that monk unit to go scout out a little bit. Yeah, maybe that was it. Maybe that's maybe I got them all. So let's check him out. Let's see. You gonna attack him, please? 6 more samurai archers here, and yeah, we'll see if the battle ends as soon as we... Yep, there we go. That's good. Not bad. I killed all of them, so there's going to be no siege battle, and that's awesome. And I only lost 62 men, and they played super passively. That's very... I mean, I know I played very carefully as well, but wow, they really made me try to bait them out. So, okay, that's fine. Just have more soldiers to fight Mori with now. Good, now I've taken Yamashiro and got the Legendary Swordsman event. That's cool. I'm not going to be using it in this campaign. I'm not going to be using any Nodachi, but I'll let you watch the cutscene anyway. Right, now what the Legendary Swordsman event means is that it means that one of my individual soldiers got a certain amount of kills in one battle. Now, for each soldier unit on the battlefield, kills are counted. That's how the honor system works, is that the honor is the average amount of honor for each individual soldier in each unit. So it's not unit based, it's each individual based. So it's kind of cool that each unit's tracked like that. And what that means is once they kill a certain amount of soldiers and they get the Legendary Swordsman event, that means that then I can start building Legendary Swordsman dojos, which allows me to train Nodachi's swordsmen. Now, I don't use Nodachi swordsmen for my Oda campaigns, so it's not going to mean anything for me, but it's cool to know anyway. Let's see, the Yusugi clan is the richest in all Japan. That's not surprising, their territories are super rich. And the Emperor backs the Oda clan. That's me. The Emperor in Kyoto has declared his support for the Oda clan. He demands that all other daimyo should cease pointless hostilities and unite behind a new Oda shogunate. So that's cool. It doesn't really mean anything, it just means that I've taken Yamashiro, and I have the bonus of +1 honor to all troops that are produced here. There was an idea that I came across on the Steam forums where people were discussing whether or not Yamashiro seemed to provide a population loyalty boost for the rest of the territories. And so far, my findings have been inconclusive. I just don't know whether or not that's true. On one hand, it does seem like population loyalty becomes less of an issue at a certain point in the campaign. It feels like a lot of times during the halfway point of a campaign, population loyalty becomes less of a thing that I have to worry about. Now, with me, I know that since I play with a lot of shinobi, I will often have these in, every other territory, I think. So maybe it's just because I'm using a lot of shinobi, or maybe also because maybe the Yamashiro population loyalty bonus is real. Maybe that's a real thing. I just don't know. So if anyone knows the answer to that, I'd be really curious. Let's see. It looks like my heir is still alive, so that's really good news. There he is right there. And I think what I'm going to do with him is start moving him towards my northern border. And he can help hold this territory in the north. While my daimyo, Papa Oda himself, he can fight against Mori in the south. So I don't have a whole lot of money left for this turn. This is the last turn of the year. Do I have any buildings here? Yes, I do. Oh, this is good. Okay. Good. So I could burn down the Buddhist temple if I wanted to. Since I don't plan on making warrior monks a very dominant force in my Oda armies, but it's going to be a while since I can get guns. So maybe I do want to use warrior monks while I have them, and then I can just essentially disband all of my warrior monks once I have availability of the guns. I'm not required to do that. It's just that from a lore standpoint, I'd rather not have guns and warrior monks in the same armies, which it's not. I understand that's not historical. The warrior monks totally use guns. They did. But it has to do with the fact that I'd be accepting Christianity, and the warrior monks are Ikko-Ikki Zen Buddhist monks. So it's a conflict in that regard. It's more of a spiritual thing rather than it is an honor thing. So don't like using guns, at least not the Portuguese guns. It's one thing if I had a trade agreement with the Dutch. The Dutch show up way later in the campaign. In fact, my campaigns are usually over before the Dutch show up, so I don't see them. But they don't make you convert to Christianity, which is really nice of them. But I can produce, so I can train archers and or spear dojo, or spearmen here. So that's good. I have a good variety of options I can produce here from Yamashiro, and that's helpful because I'm going to need those options when I'm pushing south. Now I do have a few more soldiers here. Can bolster, and I can start bolstering Awari as well. The fact that I only have 2 units guarding my capital province is really concerning, but I already have more in Awari than what Imagawa has in Mikawa, so they're not going to attack here. Shinano, they have a sizable little force here in Shinano. At this point, I think they might have the same number of troops as me, so I want to make sure I keep producing soldiers. At this point, can I produce 3? I'm trying to count. 150 to 25. No, I'm not going to have enough for 3 ashigaru, so what I'm going to do instead is just build an ashigaru there and an ashigaru here in Awari, and keep bolstering my northern territories. And eventually, what do I have here in Mino? Yeah, eventually I need to take Echizen, and they have so little there. What I would rather do is simply attack with a force that they don't even want to fight, and they just retreat to Kaga. That would be my preferred outcome here in Echizen. And it's tempting just because it looks like they only have 2 units there, so I could beat them with this army, but I don't want to leave Mino undefended as well. So that's a little tricky. I'll build up a little bit before I take Echizen. Train some more soldiers. And then here in Yamashiro, what I'm thinking for now is, so there's a style of defense in this game called the satellite defense, which is, I don't know if it was invented by the strategy guide, but the Prima strategy guide that was written for this game had a section that I thought was actually really interesting. They were talking about the satellite defense system, which means that when you have an internal province that borders 3 external provinces, so for example, here in Yamashiro is an internal province that's bordering Kawachi, Tamba, and Wakasa, which are all external border provinces for me. Now, instead of having 3 standing armies, strong armies in each of these provinces, all I need is having 1 that borders each one of these, as long as each external province has a castle. That means that when they're attacked, and as long as I have 1 unit in each of the external provinces, then they can retreat to the castle, and then my reinforcing army can come lift the siege in the next turn. So that's how the system works. However, there's a few exceptions. In this case, I'd rather not have to fight offensive battles for Kawachi because it's a river province. I'd rather hold on to it the way it is. Which puts me in a position where I feel like I should throw a few archers into Kawachi, if not that warrior monk as well. I don't think it would take much. I really think I just have to throw say 2 archers, 1, 2, and then maybe a Yari Samurai. Yeah, I'll go with that. Just to try to deter them from taking Kawachi. 4 units. Yeah, it's not much, but we'll see. Keep bringing this warrior monk up from Issa. There we go. Actually, now that I've that, I want to throw this warrior monk in here as well. There we go. Now they shouldn't take Kawachi. Alright, so I don't have a whole lot of money here, so punitive taxes. Yeah, that's... See, this is what makes me think that Yamashiro might actually give off a population loyalty bonus, because I've just taken 2 rebel territories from the Ikko-Ikki warrior monks, and my population loyalty with the taxes set to punitive is perfect. So that has me thinking about that. It's interesting for sure. Alright, so I just want to triple check, make sure I get my soldiers that are being trained here in Mino and Owari. That's good. Alright, and without further ado, let's end the turn. Alright, had an average harvest, making 2,366, not bad at all. Alright, quiet end turn. Looks like Imagawa's daimyo is back in Shinano. But that's not too strong of a force, I'll tell you what. And let me take another peek at the game through map to see if anyone's moved around. Looks like Imagawa still is hanging on to Echu. Looks like Yusugi has taken... Oh, interesting, okay. So this province of Hitachi originally belongs to the Hojo clan, but Yusugi has taken Hitachi from them, so... looks like there's a good battle here in the north. Let's see what's going on in diplomacy. So Shimazu and Mori down in the south always ally up together. And then Imagawa and Hojo are allies. Imagawa's at war with Yusugi, and Hojo should... Wait, why are they not at war with Yusugi? That's confusing. And Takeda is just at war with Mori, that's all. Okay. Now what do I want to build for this turn? I have a bit of money to spend, so I'm going to take a look and see what I want to spend it on. Right, so I'm mostly just going to keep this very simple here. I decided that I want to spend most of my army on soldiers. I mean, when I mean like pretty much all of my money I want to spend on soldiers. I do want to take Echizen as quickly as possible. I could take it right now. I just don't want them to take Mino. The thing is that since I already built a spear dojo in Mino, that means if they attack Mino and I retreat to the castle, that spear dojo could be destroyed. It is super cheap, so it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It's making me think. The issue is that the whole point of making Mino strong in the beginning was to deter any wars from happening against Imagawa at all. So I don't want to leave this open and make it look like a healthy spot to attack. But it's so weak. Echizen's so weak though. I'm sure they would run away. I really am. If I just bring what would they have? 1 archer unit and 1 warrior monk unit? What else? What else would they have? So what do I have here? No monk units. I mean, just bringing these 3 archers and a Yari Samurai and then like 2 Yari Ashigaru. But that's too weak for, even this weakened army in Shinano might be tempted to fight that, so... I think I'll just build up a little bit for now. I will put in a few economy upgrades, just very small ones. Issa actually makes good money, 440 farm income is pretty good, so I will build improved farmland. This is going to increase the farm output by 20% here. It's very cheap, it only costs 250 koku, so It's worth putting in here. And then Yamashiro as well makes 350 farm income, so that's also worth a improved farmland. Other rich provinces of mine are Owari, which is super rich, 650 koku. It makes it one of the richest provinces in the game. And then Kawachi is also 420, which is very, very good. But since these two provinces are border territories for the time being, I'm just going to hold off on those farm upgrades till I have these positions better defended. Owari is tempting though, just because I don't think anyone's ever going to attack Owari. Yeah, but for the time being, I'm just going to put in those farm upgrades, and then I will produce soldiers wherever I can. Oh, Nodachi swordsman. What do they have here? Oh, it's a sword dojo. That's not a spear dojo. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm never going to produce Nodachi swordsman, so I'm just going to burn this down and recoup some of the money. Yep. And that's fine with me. So now I will just make, I'll train archers here. They are expensive, but I feel like I just want more archers right now. Owari, same thing. And then Mino, I'm just going to go really cheap, I think, and go with Ashigaru for now. Yeah, and then I'm not going to be producing any warrior monks for this turn. Or probably not this year, in fact, just because I already have 2 on the field already. They're both pretty healthy, and I mostly just want archers to defend my northern territories, and then archers to help balance out this army as well. Alright, so it looks like Imagawa still has Echu here. And yeah, it's a decent little army. Decent little army in Shinano for sure. It would be nice to get a scout and check out what they have in Echizen. What I could do, and what I should do, is... Actually, yeah, maybe what I should have done in the last turn. I can build a border watchtower here. It's very cheap. It's only 200 koku. And it takes 2 turns for it to build. And then I can see what's in Mikawa, Shinano, Hida, Echizen. It's going to allow me to scout every single territory that touches Mino, which makes Mino a good spot to build the border watchtowers. Alright, so now we got an archer going here in Owari. Do I want to keep it in Owari? Not really. There's not really anything here. And for now, I'll just keep bolstering this army here in Mino. And then same here in Yamashiro, bolster this army as well. Looks like this should be strong enough to face off against whatever they have here. The fact is that I have a warrior monk unit, 2 archers, and it's a bridge defense, so that should be fine. This army is pretty, honestly, 3 archers and 1 warrior monk. That's not bad. So that's fine there. Let's see, I used up a lot of my money already. That's half of my money, so... Do want to keep building archers, that's for sure. As many archers as I can. Archer there, and archer here. That's 600 koku, and then another ashigaru, just keep it cheap. And yeah, just burn through another turn. Okay, how are we looking? Looks like Mori is starting to build some forces here, and yeah, they gotta be thinking about attack any second here. Surprisingly, they're not... The Daimyo's army is still super weak, but... Yeah, that's the thing. They can attack Wakasa, they can attack Tamba here, and I have to start being aggressive before... I don't know if I want to be the attacker. Usually, I let them be the attacker. I'm trying to decide, though, if that's how I want to go about it, because at this point, they can bring overwhelming forces onto Kawachi if they wanted to. At this point, they could possibly beat me. I'm not sure. I might want to launch a preemptive strike here. I'll have a think about that. Right, now I've decided that I will be bringing my Daimyo's army here to Tamba just to put him in a position where he can threaten Harima and Tajima directly, and I will be thinking about making an attack in the next turn on one or possibly both of these provinces. Probably do like a feigned attack here in Harima, and then just try to push the daimyo out of Tajima here. But I'm going to be leaving that for the next episode here, up here as well. Echizen, I will be... This is pretty good. I have a pretty good army here in Mino, and I can definitely spare a few of these soldiers to go up north and secure a border territory here in Echizen. That'll be very good for me as well. And yeah, I can also train up another archer here in Owari. I can train up another ashigaru. No, I can't. That's fine. I'll just do an archer here in Owari, and then I'll train a Yari samurai next turn. And in any case, I'll be leaving that all until next time. So I hope you all have enjoyed this episode, and until next time, this has been Khan of Steppe, and this has been Shogun Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.